everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs come into today's matchup wanting to find a way to walk out of the stadium with win number 5 on the season. It's the Raiders going up against the Chiefs.
Larry, as always, it is a frenzied atmosphere inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Arrowhead Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They're set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the Oakland Raiders. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. They'll run it now. This is Charkandrick West. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
Smith into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Ohio State, Garyon Conley. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
On the carry, here's Marshawn Lynch. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only the controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20 at the 15. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Carr gives to Lynch on the draw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Marshawn Lynch, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders have taken the early lead.
And we know they won't get their names in the stat sheet, but the offensive line has to get all the credit for that touchdown run. Tremendous job of blocking, paving the way for the 6 points.
And that makes it 7-zip Oakland. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. They start on the ground with West. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers that can go sideline to sideline, run past that.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Khalil Mack in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. So the sack of Smith, and now the Chiefs coming up facing 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Smith. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, they certainly got dented with that first down run. So now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
On 2nd down, Lynch. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. Here's Carr to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They begin here with a run by West. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And if they want to keep this drive alive, they'll need 8 yards here on 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith goes to Ware on the screen. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations. Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
And they still need 8 yards for the first here on 2nd down. They'll keep pounding here with Lynch. And now running right through it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down at about the length of the football. They'll run it. Here's Lynch. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, if we had any questions, that run kind of answered him. He's still Marshawn Lynch.
Hasn't lost a thing, maybe running with a renewed sense of purpose and energy after that year off. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Now they'll throw with Carr. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Forced out to his left. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know there's some really upset defenders.
Lynch fighting. He fumbles. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Following the fumble recovery, Smith dancing to his left. Complete to Gavin Escobar, the tight end. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. On first down, Smith. Oh, good move. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Here's Smith now on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure. He can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. They'll fake it. Now Smith. And able to find Conley. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A good pickup there at 20 yards. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Throwing again. Smith steps away to his left. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. The Chiefs on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Play action. It's Smith. He is going to find Hill here. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. To the air again, Smith. Being chased out left. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hill. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. That one goes for 24 yards. From the red zone now, Smith. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jordan Evans in there to drop him, and that will go into the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. Smith turns and gives to West. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Only 3 yards on the pickup. They'll be left staring at a 3rd and 14. 3rd and long, it's Smith.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a first down. It's 4th. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. And, Charles, they get the field goal. Took them a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
Coming up later tonight, a reminder, one of the best rivalries going. We'll have the Ravens and Steelers for you at 8:30 Eastern. And then tomorrow on Monday night, another divisional matchup. This time it's the Pats heading down to Miami to take on the Dolphins.
Nice twofer there.
Carr now on first down. That's complete to White. And down he'll go at the 25. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Carr gives to Marshawn. And he powers his way up past the 30. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and it may be a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
third down, they go Lynch. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. First down, the run with Lynch. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So the D-line's going to spread out. On second down, here's Carr. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety here, Ron Parker. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Now after the INT, it's Carr. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. From midfield, here's Carr. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Partner, was that Justin Houston breaking up a pass on his zone drop there?
It was indeed the former Georgia Bulldog.
Yeah, normally what we talk about with him, rushing the passer. That's where he's really earned his reputation. But showing here he can be a complete player with that great speed of his.
Throwing his Carr on third down. And Cook has it left side. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on fourth down. The final shot here before half for Carr. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on fourth down, this is a big call. Trying to cover Cooper there a little too closely.
And he's such a tough cover because he runs his routes so well. Hard to stay with him and hard to figure out exactly where the break points are. And in this case, he created another pass interference call.
Set of downs, and they're at the wall. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Marshawn Lynch as time expires in the first half. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Big decision there. They say forget the field goal and go for it, and it pays off.
I wonder who was in the ear of the head coach on this one. Did he make this call on his own?
And we've seemingly lost communication with Larry. Good news, though, both teams somehow already back on the field and ready for the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Just 2 yards to go here on second down for the offense. Now a first carry for their fullback. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here slow to get up. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. The Raiders on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Carr going to try and throw on third down. Hard throw, incomplete.
On 3rd and 1, I think everyone in the stadium thought they'd try and run the football there, but they tried to surprise the defense and hit something through the air. Instead, it results in an incompletion.
Here's Marquette King now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. There he goes, right side. And he takes it all the way, but there is laundry on the field. A flag is down, and I think this one's coming back.
I agree.
Here's West. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Escaping the pressure right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Chris Conley, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. The Chiefs on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. A shotgun snap for Smith. And this is going to be incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Dustin Colquitt now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. Fielded just inside the 20. Call that a 48-yard punt and made even better by a loss on the return. And the Raiders will take possession. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. They'll run again with Lynch. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He hits White, complete. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll run with Marshawn Lynch. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
They run again on 1st down, Lynch. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's 2nd down. On the give, this is their fullback. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Carr going to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. And give him a gain of 37. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
We're back now in KC. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. They'll run with Lynch. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Marshawn Lynch, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Janikowski on for the extra point. And it's 21-3. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Here's Smith. He hits West underneath. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. From the gun, here's Smith. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to, and that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. 44 yards. On first down, it's Smith. Buying time to his left. He's to the 10, and all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They come up in an offset eye. From the 4-yard line, it's first and goal now. They'll run it with West. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Charkandrick West, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Again, they'll pound it with Lynch. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. He'll check this down to Lynch, complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Carr. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, Go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
The drive begins with a handoff to West. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field. And that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. Out of the gun, Smith. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost. Picked. Instead, second down. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Here's Mahomes, his first throw since coming in. Flushed out right. He's going to let this go deep. Back over the middle. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
What has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete. But you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
After that incompletion, I almost get the sense that he's going to look up at the booth and kind of look at us and say, hey, you guys got any suggestions? It's been that kind of game, hasn't it? They've had him on the run throughout.
Yeah, and I get that you're trying to make a play here losing fourth quarter, but to throw when you're not set with pressure coming could have been an interception.
Very much so, and it's been that kind of game for him. They've had
trying to find his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. He has been interception-prone here in his rookie season. How patient can they be with him?
That is the key question, isn't it? A lot of it depends on the head coach, what type of defense you have, and just a general understanding of the makeup of him. But the bottom line is you posed a great question. Are they at the stage where they've run out of patience and now they get to demand production? Or do you continue to stay with him this way?
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. Now Carr. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Basically, you're not going to outwork two guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
On third down. It's Lynch. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That will be their third and final stoppage as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. So on fourth down, off goes Carr, and on is Sebastian Janikowski. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the fourth.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give him some breathing room and lets him build up a little cushion.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. Blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. And he gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. This is West. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Give him 4 yards on the play, and that will lead us into the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now Mahomes got to have this one. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. So out come the Raiders. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. 10 yards still left on 2nd down. Carr going to look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Derek Johnson not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Carr. Looking deep downfield. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they've managed to get it done.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And you figure with that, this game's pretty well out of reach.
It would take a heck of a comeback at this point. Being 3 scores down, I think that's too much to ask with time winding down here in the 4th.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And now here comes Kansas City. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll run again here with West. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City 1st. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense has felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Albert Wilson, the intended receiver there. And it'll bring up 3rd down. They go play fake. Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
The slot man in motion right.
Motion. Watch it now, Barney.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. The clock cannot be stopped here. Defense can't do anything. So kneel it down, take it home.
No doubt about it. It's what you practice for in winning situations each and every week. Victory formation. Take a knee and go on into the locker room.